may as well start now. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all the ages. Yes, it is I, Frizy, on Twitch. Not on Mixer tonight because, yeah, we won't get into that. But tonight we're here for round number 12 for our Redline Racing League, Monday Night League, here at the Singapore Grand Prix. And as always, I'm joined by my fellow co-commentator, Mr. VSR himself, VSR RoscoArm. Ross, welcome.
Great to be back, as always, on the Twitch. It feels weird commentating on Twitch for a change, but hopefully it all goes smoothly. That's all we're going to say here. And, well, Singapore, I'll probably just say it now. If Ryan does not get pole, the fastest lap, and the race victory here, then something is massively wrong. But anyway, let's see what happens.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting race nonetheless. And we've got Withers in chat going, I hope it's not raining again. Well, it's Singapore, so anything could happen. It's on dynamic weather as well.
Yes, and Saturday race was interesting.
Yeah, it was not interesting to drive it, I tell you. Yeah. We got 16 cars on the grid tonight. A few pulled out due to reasons, and we've got a few reserves in place. And one of them is in P9 with AOR Charlie. I think this might be a one-off though. So welcome aboard to AOR Charlie. And I just got confirmation it's going to be a dry all race, so no weather to spice things up. So well done, Singapore. Yes. I'll let Ross talk. I have the championship standings unless Ross has them.
No, I don't actually. So we've got a few drivers. I'll keep entertain the fans as much as I can while I get them up. Just let me know. So we've got a few cars out on track at the moment. Great to see AOR Charlie racing here tonight as well in the Haas, because he does live over in the UK. So I'm not sure how the connection will go with us Aussies and Kiwis, but hopefully it's pretty clean. So we've got, how many got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 drivers out on track. Nearly 10, as I think the Williams is about to make his way out to the track.
Well, I have the championship standings up now. Thank you, Ross, for that exquisite commentary right there. And we got P1 New Zealand Ryan. Of course, he has a 52-point lead over Alan Hugo, who unfortunately, he is racing. I thought he said he wasn't racing anymore, but well, that's probably me missing what has happened. So Alan Hugo's in tonight, so he's in P2. B Dubstep is in P3, who is not here tonight, which is unfortunate. We all play sector 2 and 3. I think it's a Renault.
No, it's Penske.
Someone buy it anyway. Okay. Speaking of Penske, he's in P4 on 82 points, so 9 points behind Beat Dubstep. So if he gets a good result here, Penske could maybe jump Beat Dubstep for that third place. Let's see. Defbro is in 5th, who is not here tonight again, which is unfortunate. Laggy is in P6, followed by Venom, Benny, Derek Kidd, and Matt, who is in P10 on 33 points. And outside the 10 is Edge, Bazooka, Forrest Elbow, Mitchie, Owens, Withers, Panish, Max, Pomps for 70, and DT is in 20th place, who is not here. I don't think he's here. Oh, is he?
He's here. Yep, he's here.
I think DT's the only one to not have scored. No, him and Poms have not scored points in this championship season yet. In the constructors, well, Toro Rosso is in first place on 232 points. Alpha are in P2 on 144, and Mercedes are in third on 98, followed by Red Bull in fourth on 69 points. Haas are in 5th on 59 points. Williams should be in 6th on 39 points. Then Racing Point is below them on 37. Renault is in 8th on 33. McLaren are 9.8. Oh, Ferrari should be in 8th on 19, and McLaren are in 10th on 18 points. So, as Ryan sets the pace with a 37.5 on the hard tyres, I think both championships won't be over come the end of this race. What do you think?
Yep, I would totally agree to that one. As I've just seen, is that Matt just kind of corner cut and invalidated his next lap time, but that doesn't matter. Yeah, I can't see it. He's got a Ryan being beaten. He's just, well, basically, I don't think he just needs to not DNF as Poms was retired in the pits, I think, we've just seen there. It's, I mean, this is, I said earlier, this is one of his best tracks on F1 game. He's been dominant since, like, F1 2017 on this track. I don't know what it is with him and this pad on the track, but he just loves it. And like I said earlier, if he does not get pole the fastest lap in the race victory here, then there's something is wrong with him around here. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think he won Saturday, I think, or was it Jared that won it? Actually, I can't remember. That's how well my race went. But if had Jared would still full time, would have been 24 points between himself and New Zealand Ryan. So yeah, it's unfortunate that Jared went down to reserve midway through the season, because it would have been an exciting battle till the end between those two. And
Yeah.
with 78 championships up for grab, or championship points up for grabs, I mean, that's including fastest lap as well. I mean, anything could happen.
Yes.
And surprise result is actually DT in P2 with a 37.6. I know it's on mediums and hard, and Ryan's on hards, but it's not a bad lap from DT. And X-Dill in P3 with a 37.9, about 4 tenths behind New Zealand Ryan as well. Penske in P10 with a 40.9. Edge has done a 39.1. Charlie's done a 39.0. And Benny's done a 38.9. So, some close battles on track here tonight.
Yeah, at the current moment. I mean, it's early days, and there's a few different tyre strategies going on at the current moment. There's a couple of guys on the hards. Race strategy around here, I think it's pretty simple. Mediums, you usually start on the mediums and then go to the hards. I mean, if it was a wet weather race, then you'd probably see quite a few guys on the soft competitor tyres and whatnot, but I think it's a pretty simple strat around this racetrack.
Yeah, I'm on board with Warden. He goes to the top with a 37.2 on hards. So, looks like New Zealand Ryan might have a bit of competition here tonight
Potentially.
between himself and Warden. But 3 tenths off on the same lap edge of tyres. Ryan's coming around the final corner right now.
I think he's going to improve. There you go.
And he does with a 36.5. Well, that just shut me up like
Yep.
no tomorrow.
Right, who's next? Oh no, Dill's in the lane. What about Penske?
He's not going any faster, I don't think.
He improved, but he's still
He
11th.
went faster. Yeah. We got an Alpha of Hugo, but he's invalidated.
Brazuca.
Withers, what a lap time. Brazuca?
He's up in the P5. I was just going to say, but yeah, love the lap time of Withers, 42.1. I have no idea where he's going through there. He's just invalidated.
Matt, no, I think Warden. Yes, Warden might be. No, Warden. I think Warden's coming in. Jared's on a out lap. Withers has invalidated his lap time. I think Charlie's the only harsh driver out there, I do believe. Unless I'm colourblind.
Yes. No, you're all right. He's the only Haas driver tonight.
What's Ryan doing? I think he's coming in this lap. Matt might be doing the same thing. Or no, Matt's on a hot lap. Coming underneath the tunnel. And we should point out too, there is no safety car on tonight. So it's going to be interesting as Matt goes into P5 with a 38.1 on full lap old hards. Not a bad lap from the Red Bull driver. And he gets invalidated. He's invalidated his lap time again. So the Alpha driver not going as quickly as he wants to.
Not
we got Owens. Owens, the last of the non-lap time at the moment. He's currently P15. But as I was saying before, no safety car, so turn 1 is going to be very, very interesting.
Yeah, so it is one of the hot spots, especially on the first lap of the race.
And I think Owens might have invalidated his lap time. No, he hasn't. I think he's coming into the pit lane. We got, where is Charlie? Charlie's in P9 coming in the last sector right now. The next one to set a lap time will be Mr. AOR himself coming around the final corner. Comes Charlie into P2.
Nice.
36.588 on mediums, and I'd say that might be Charlie's qualifying over, unless he goes to a set of softs.
Yeah, potential there. Oh, someone got very wide there. That was not wide, but at a moment that was DRC Jared. Here comes Benny.
He did improve, but not by much.
No, it wasn't. Who else we got? Penske? No, he's in the lane. Red Bull? No, he's also going into the lane. Jared, let's see what you've got.
Well, on my screen's 1.3 seconds up on his lap time, so here comes Jared into P3 with a 37.0 lap time, but half a second away from New Zealand Ryan. Edge going out on another lap on a set of soft tyres. Do you think we'll see someone go on a set of softs just to nab pole position here tonight, or do you think everyone will just play it safe and go onto the medium tyres?
I mean, it probably would not surprise me if someone were to do it, but they'd be taking a big risk in the race, especially. They'd be probably more likely on a 2-stop if they started, or even if it wasn't on pole position, they'd be taking a big risk, even if they started in the top 10 on softs. But I would expect majority of these guys to go mediums. But yeah, I mean, don't be surprised if you see someone try and go for softs.
We got Charlie. Charlie is coming into the pit lane. We have a Renault Benny who's invalidated his lap time. With a Ferrari of Jared, I think he's coming in. We've got Red Bull of Warden.
I think he's on a flyer. He's just set the purple middle sector.
Comes Warden underneath the bridge. It's potentially another hot spot for crashes here tonight.
And a glitchy tyre barrier as well in the past, I've seen as Jared has binned it.
Retired. Oh, jeez, that's put Warden off a little bit. But he goes P3 with a 37 flat. And he was I think that was a Edge. P6, 37.6. Very close between himself and DT. Oh, jeez.
6/1000 of a second between those two.
But Edge, on 2-lap old softs, he needs to go back into the pits. And I think I might have said this earlier, but Charlie is going to a set of softs.
Ooh, okay.
So it looks like he might be going for pole. DT's on a set of softs. Owens as well. Deals on an outlap on soft tyres. So potential that someone out there could get pole position. Speaking of which, Ross, since this is our first time on Twitch,
Yes.
we're going to play the prediction game here tonight.
As always.
Who is your man for pole position?
I've probably said it already, but I'm going to stick with New Zealand Ryan. I just knowing his knowledge of this track well, I think he'll get pole, but I probably would not be surprised if someone does outdo him here. Obviously, might be on a little bit quicker rubber, but might not be the same in the race. What about yourself, Risey? You going to go for a simple one or surprise pole sitter?
I mean, Charlie's a shout, man. Got my difference between Ryan and Charlie, but Ryan's going to the mediums, which is probably going to be understandable. Because he's probably thinking about the race rather than getting pole. But pole will be handy. So many drivers coming out on soft tyres as well. Yeah, I think the safe bet is Ryan for pole here tonight. But if I was going to pick someone, I think I want to say Charlie just for the fact that he's on softs at the moment. Yeah. But I think he might do he's fast enough, then he might just stop at the start finishing line.
Oh yeah.
But Warden's a shout as well.
Yeah.
Warden 99 in that Red Bull. So yeah, I think as I said, Ryan is probably the safe bet. So that's probably who I'm going to pick as well.
There's Deals at the top.
But if I was going to, as X still goes to the top, but he's only a 10th clear of New Zealand Ryan, so I don't think Dill might be up there for that much longer.
No.
Sorry, Dill. But if I was going to pick someone outside the bubble, I might say AOR Charlie. I think this might be a one-off. I think it is. But yeah, if I was going to pick someone, I'd say Charlie. Just pure for the fact that he's on softs, really. I don't be surprised if he does he goes around for a lap and then just stops and pulls up on the start finishing line.
Yeah.
Stay on mediums. But he might not make it outside the top 10 because we got we got 5 drivers that could potentially move up the order from P11 to 15. As DT's run into the escape road, I think he might have got some wing damage. I think DT has some wing damage.
Yes, he does.
Oh dear. Well, that's ruined DT's qualifying, so I don't think he'll be getting pole position here tonight. As Ryan is starting his lap time.
In a second.
Pete. We got Penske, he's on an outlap. We have a Renault of, I think it's Benny. Yeah, Benny. X Steel's retired from the session. Matt's doing an outlap. Warden's doing an outlap. Edge is doing an outlap. We got a Ferrari of Withers. I think he's invalidated. He's coming in. And there we go. His qualifying's now over. I think Withers is coming in. Yes, he is. So we have Haas of Charlie. Will be the first one to set a lap time here, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be very, very tight at the top here. Dill's currently on pole, but don't expect it to be there for much longer as Owens is now retired. He'll be starting on soft compound tyres.
No, Charlie's got wing damage, so he won't be doing a lap.
Oh dear, and we've got Panish. So Panish.
Oh no!
Panish is into the. He is in P14 outside the top 10. The man in P4, the championship, is starting in P14. Here comes Brazuca around the final corner.
P5.
P5. New Zealand Ryan is into the pit lane.
Ooh, okay.
Alan Hugo. Round the final corner.
He goes to
to
pole.
the top of a 34.7. New Zealand Ryan has retired from the session. Here comes Benny F1. P7, Warden on a Matt. Goes into P4. Edge, where will Edge go? P7. So Alan Hugo is on pole position here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. As we got Mitchie into the chat, disappointing at Owens. What a lap time from Alan Hugo on the mediums, 34.7. X-Still is in P2. Owens is in P3. In P4, Ryan in P5. 1.7 seconds off the leader, but tyre differences. We've got Charlie in 6th. Edge is in 7th. Brazuka in 8th. Benny in 9th. And Warden is in P10. Jared in 11th. DT 12th. Paddy's 13th. Withers 14th. Penske 15th. And Poms for the win 87 here in P16. And Penske with the Drunk Driver Award here tonight.
Yes.
And we got a few people watching this stream, and welcome one and all. This is our first night on Twitch for the Monday League. So welcome one and all. And we're going to play the prediction game here again, Roscoe, as per usual. Who is your man for race winner and surprise podium?
Okay, well, race victory, I think, well, I got the pole sitter wrong, obviously, so I'm going to stick with Ryan for the victory, knowing his knowledge around Singapore. Surprise podium. You know what? Might give Poms for the win a run here. I know he's starting at the back of the grid. I don't know whether he's racing on the pad or the wheel for a starter, but that might be a real shot in the dark, but that's what we do here at RRL anyway. But, Frizy, what about yourself?
Race winner. I'm going to say. Well, I think Hugo might have the clear advantage at the moment, especially starting on pole and Ryan in 5th. Ryan's starting on the hard compactor tyres as well, so he might get a slower start than Hugo. So I'm going to say Alan Hugo for race winner. Surprise podium. Oh dear, dear, oh dear. I'm going to say the man in P3, Owens 1503.
Yes.
As a surprise podium getter here tonight. Let us know in the chat and comments of this video when this does eventually go live. Who is your race winner and surprise podium here tonight? We got clear skies as both Renaults have been disqualified onto the pit straight.
Wouldn't be surprised if they've made contact with each other. I could be wrong, but we look at tyre strategy. You got 3 guys on softs, that being Dill, Owens, and Edge. Got 1, 2, 3. I should have probably counted this. 5 guys on the mediums. I have no idea what Edge is doing there. He's probably trying to take a lot of people out. This is just taking himself out. We've got Alan Hugo, Matt, AOR Charlie, Brazuka, and Benny on mediums. Everybody else is on hards. Pretty simple.
Yeah, from 10, everybody is on the hard compactor tyres looking to go long. And New Zealand Ryan in the top 5, the only one on the hards as well. But as we get ready for the Singapore Grand Prix, it's going to be an absolute pearl of a race here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. As we wait for the
drivers.
rest of the grid.
If all 16 drivers finish this race, it'll be an absolute miracle. And championships could be decided this race as well.
Yes, championships, both of them could be decided here tonight as we get ready for 5 red lights here at the Singapore Grand Prix. And it's lights out and away we go. Penske gets off to a good start. It does Owens. Owens is up into P2 already. Hugo gets off cleanly. Ryan's still in P5. Matt's still in P4. But they're swapping positions right now. Penske and DT are going side by side. Same with Warden and Brazuca. Down the inside, Dill is into P3 already.
Oh, that's
On board with Matt. Dill slowing down. New Zealand Ryan's already into P3 already and chasing down Owens. 15.03. Ryan gets off to a flying start here, ladies and gentlemen. Jared's already into the P8. Dill might have some wing damage already. Ed's into P6. Dill might have some wing damage. I do believe. We'll go back on board with Alan Hugo, who already has nearly a second gap to, actually it is now a second gap to Owens. New Zealand Ryan's 9/10 of the second behind Owens. In P3, Matt is right there behind New Zealand Ryan. Edge is in P6, Charlie in P5. What a start from the harsh driver. Jared's in the P7 after starting in P11. Warden in the P8, Penske in 9, Brazuca in 10. Benny in 11, DT 12, Pops will in P13 already, moving up 4 places. Panish in 14th, Withers in 15th, and Dill in 16th. We go back on board with Alan Hugo. 2 seconds is the gap between himself and Owens. And New Zealand Ryan pounding Owens already for that P2 spot. Warden moving up to P8. But Edge is into the pit lane already. Edge might have some wing damage. I think he does.
There's quite a few people that lost end plates of wings, so I would not be surprised. Benny's in as well as Panish. I think Withers got damage as well, but he's kept going. Same with Dill. They've kept going.
Dill stays out. I don't think he wanted to double stack. This is the unfortunate consequence of no safety car. Ryan and Owens. I think Owens had just let Ryan, as Alan Hugo's pulled off a manic start already on lap 2. He's pulled away from Ryan, but Ryan now has clean air to catch back up as Ryan weaves to thank Owens to let him by. Matt and Owens are going to battle that for P3. Charlie is right there. Warden a minute 45 behind Charlie, which is not correct. There's a battle for P7. P7 between Jared, Brazuca and Penske. But we'll go back on board with AOR Charlie. Actually, no, we'll go on board with Matt. Can he make a move onto Owens? No, he can't. He's been too far back. As we'll get the back. Edge is on hard, Benny is on hard, and Panish is on mediums. Owens has made a bit of a mistake, and Matt is pushing it through this final sector. Hugo sets the pass up with a 40.2 on mediums, considering it's 3.8 seconds between Hugo and New Zealand Ryan. Hugo already outside 3 seconds if he gets a penalty.
Oh, there's a big crash.
Oh,
Penske's
got wing damage. Withers is the P10 here. Withers is Jared's in the pit lane, I think, is a wing damage, I think.
Yes, he has. He did a wing change. Dill's did the same thing.
So starting on the side has not worked out for X-Dill. Matt and Owens are swapping positions.
Matt's got the job done.
Matt might have a DRS.
Probably would have helped him.
So X-Dill, after starting on P2, is now at the back of the grid. Pom's flew in 8070 is in P9, so I think he might be on the paddy tonight. And I think Pom has wing damage. Yes, he does. Pom has wing damage as well.
Yeah, he's missing an end plate, like many others that have already done it before him. As Charlie's now cleared Owens, I think. Yes, he has. In a 4th place.
Just caught the back end. Yeah, just caught the back end of that. I think that softs might be a little bit dying out for Owens, but as Minty said the other night.
Oh, wow, no!
It's collected Warden. Oh dear.
Oh no.
Through. And Warden, he's missed his braking point and he's got wing damage as well. Palms is going to move up a couple more places. He's in the P8 already. Owens is still in P5, but he'll lose that.
Would not be surprised if
Yes,
Warden
he
does
does.
as well. He does.
Pom stays out another lap just because he's on the hard competitor tyres. You might not think it's not too bad for him.
He's got a gap as well
As
back
Penske
to Withers.
Penske is now into the lane. Jared is going to move up a couple of more spots as well. We go on board with DT having a battle with Brazuca for P5. Jared's in the P9, Edge is in the P10, Benny in 11. I think Panish might get Owens. He will just get it. Yes, he does. Panish in the P12, Owens in the 13th, Warden in 14th,
Oh,
in 15th.
he
and
nearly
Penske.
lost it coming out of the pit lane, did Warden.
Well, thank God Roscoe caught that. Be
Just
sure
got
to
the
check
back end
out
of
his
that one.
YouTube. Just make sure you catch his YouTube channel when he does post it.
Yep.
We'll go back on board with DT. Outside the second of Brazuca. Brazuca's put up. Yeah, it's and Matt is in P3, in a solid P3 at the moment. Here you go. 5.6 seconds already. The gap is to New Zealand Ryan. As both stop, they're going to be doing in reverse order. As Hugo will be on hards and Ryan will be on the mediums, unless Ryan can just take it about 22 laps. Which I know Ryan's a god on the pad, but if he takes these tyres 22 laps for the soft competitor tyres, I just don't know. Oh, there's Owens.
Oh, no.
Owens has had a moment. He's got more wing damage. And
Yep.
that is just a shame for the Racing Point driver. Edge, the only Racing Point into the points currently, who is in P10. About 6.5 seconds behind Jared. But Benny is hounding him to a same with Panish. Panish on the quicker tyres. Owens has a 3-second time penalty.
Yeah,
And
I think he's given up
this-
at this stage. Yep, he's out.
Yep. Owens is out, which it's such a shame. Owens started in P3.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dill's gone as well.
Oh no!
Just lost it coming out of turn 3.
Oh, Penske's nearly lost it as well.
He's struggling on the hards.
So Penske moves up into P14, so you predict of a full grid surviving this race has gone up the windows. Benny's made the move on Edge for P10. Oh, Benny's got some whip damage. Bit of contact there from Benny and Edge.
Oh, yes,
Panish
he does.
is going to be licking his lips. He might get himself a point here.
Oh,
Williams
Edge up the
drivers,
inside.
Benny's gone very deep.
Oh, there's
More
contact.
contact. And Water's not too far behind Panish as well. About 1.8 seconds.
Oh, more
He's
contact.
looking to get himself back into the points.
It's not over yet.
We're going to see this on Panish's on board. This is going to be a... Oh, Benny runs wide. Edge down the inside, but no, they're going side by side here in this final sector. Panish. What
Here
a
he goes.
run. Coming
Oh,
out
he's gone
from the
deep.
tunnel. Oh, goes a bit too deep.
Oh,
Edge
Edge
into the wall.
got wing damage.
Still stays out. Edge should have just come in. But no,
Look
he
at
goes
Warden.
Warden. Warden's going to make the move on the inside of Panish. I think Panish has let him through. As we know, Warden is the quicker driver, but Benny is
Oof,
going to be
that's close.
coming under attack.
Got him here. Look out, Panish as well.
But Panish will have DRS to help him stay within that 1 second barrier to Warden. But it's not looking good at the moment. Oh, they're going side by side here. Benny down the inside. Edge goes a bit too deep as well.
Oh, there's
Oh!
contact.
Oh, great checking from everybody there.
As the Ferraris are switched.
Yeah, I'd say a bit of team orders have come through there between Jared and Withers. Poms has a bit of a get to Jared. 12. Yes, Withers with 2 championship points next to his name, helping out that Ferrari battle with McLaren.
Yep.
Brazuca's in P5 though, so McLaren could overtake Ferrari here tonight. If Brazuca stays in the race and gets some decent points. Charlie's still in P4, but 3.7 seconds behind is that Mano 39. I think this might be Matt's first podium of the season. And first Red Bull podium, I think.
It'd be a fair while between drinks for the Red Bulls, I think, on the podium. But it's only lap 7. Still plenty of racing still to go here. Oh, yellow
flag sector 3. Oh, Panish!
Panish is around.
Panish, but he's got his wing intact, I think.
Yes.
Yes, he does. Panish does have his wing. But Panish has a lot of catching back up. Panish has a lot of catching up to Benny, who's in P11. Penske into P13 after that constant battling. So your race order for the viewers that have just joined us. Alan Hugo started on pole. He's still leading after lap 7. Starting lap 8 right now. He's got a 6.1 second gap to our championship leader, New Zealand Ryan, who's in P2 after starting in P5. Matt is in P3. Charlie is in 4th. Brazuca in 5th. DT in 6th. Poms for the win 87 is in P7. Jared is in 8th. Withers in 9th. And Warden in P10. Then you got Benny, Panish, Penske after an incident earlier. As Matt gets a 3-second time penalty, that might influence Charlie late in the race. As Brazuca is now into the pit lane.
Yep.
And Edge is in P14. Sorry, Edge, that I cut you off there with Dill and Owens, the DNFers. I think Brazuca has a wing change. That's why he is in.
Gone onto the hards. I think he can get away with it, but it'd be a tough ask to get those tyres to the end. Yeah. Might slot in just behind Warden.
Yeah, he's got a big gap to Benny, so he's still into the points, but Withers in P8, the Ferrari full-time driver, with Jared is a reserve here tonight in P7. Benny back into the pit lane, but Panish will overtake him for that P11 spot.
As
wow, what a note.
I don't know what Benny's doing here, but he's gone on to the intermediate tyres.
Oh no, Benny, what have you done?
Well, okay, well then, as Mitchie would like to, as usually says, let's back to the racing.
Yes, as Edge is now in P13, I think he'll be in a solid P13. Benny, 5-second penalty. And here comes Hugo, coming right behind him as well. As Benny's let him through. 5.6 seconds now, and New Zealand Ryan slowly catching up. Maybe those mediums are slowly coming, slowly fading out.
Yeah. Just
and those hards are coming into their own as well.
Yeah.
So, man, there's not really any close battle. I think Jared's probably the only one who's catching up Poms, but Poms does have wing damage as well.
To be fair, Poms is doing a pretty decent job all around, hanging it out with that front wing damage. Not easy. Especially in a street track like Singapore.
Warden's back into the lane. There's no one out. Oh, he's got wing damage. Warden has wing damage.
Yep.
Oh no. And okay, that's a weird pit stop on my end. As Panish is in the P10, I think Warden might just get out ahead. That Penske's got Warden. So Warden will come out in P12. Here comes Jared, hunting down Poms. Yellow flag, sector 3. I think it's Benny. Yes, it's Benny. He's had a spin on those inters for some reason.
I would assume that those inters are not really working in these conditions at the moment. Jared closing in on Poms.
That be true. That be true. We're on lap 10 of 31. We've still got a long way into this Grand Prix. I think we can safely say there's going to be only 13 runners left. I think Benny's a lap down, so he needs 14 left just to get 10th spot. But here comes Jared down the inside of Poms. Gets the move done and has DRS as well. Moves up into P6. What a move from DRS Jared. But even this, we understand that Poms does have wing damage, but it was a good move all around. So Jared can set his sights onto DT. 2.5 seconds between DT and Jared. After an incident earlier, coming onto lap 3 or 2 or 3, that's why he's not in sync with DT and the others with non-lap old tyres. As Jared's got through, or got past Benny's AI car, ghosted car. Same with Poms. Oh, Jared gets a bit of a tank slap, but controls it very well. He's inside of DT. Oh, Poms in the back end as well.
Thankfully, he's got 20 seconds back to Withers, so doesn't need to do anything silly. Just play it safe for the time being. But Jared is really starting to close in here on DT. Those much fresher mediums doing him a lot of good at the moment.
Yes, that is true, but I don't think Jared can get those tyres to the end, so he will have to stop again. DT, 3-second time penalty. He's the second driver. Oh, Poms goes very wide in the background there. I think DT might let Jared through. Yet he has.
Yes, he has.
Yep, Jared. Yes, he has. DT might just play this well. I think that might. It's Warden. Warden's had another incident. He's got no wing. Oh,
yeah,
he's
got
lost
more
a bit of
damage
his
again.
plate.
Oh, slow it down, please, Warden.
Benny's back into the lane.
Back on the dries. Oh no, Warden. That was close to the wall.
Ryan slowly catches up to Alan Hugo, 4.8 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, Bazooka with us.
Oh, hello,
Bazooka.
Yep.
Only 5-second penalty, another one. Water back into the lane. Edge has overtaken him. That's when you know you have to get.
Yeah.
And Warren is now a lap down here, ladies and gentlemen. That is really, really unfortunate here from the Red Bull driver. As Hugo goes onto the set of hard compounder tyres. Warden is on the hards as well. Matt goes up at P3. Where is Charlie? Charlie...
Yeah, should manage to hang on, I think.
Charlie stays in P4, but so Hugo comes out in P3, about a 20+ second gap to New Zealand Ryan to catch back up. I think that's the gap you want. Poms is now into the lane. I think he's had enough of those tyres. 20 laps of mediums. Can it be done? Can it be done?
Risk, but he needs that front wing change. He'd be dying for it, I reckon.
This Bazooka goes past. I think Withers will
should
as well.
Ninth.
So Poms is still into the points, and that's all that matters to him at this present stage. As Matt is been hounded by Alan Hugo 04 in that Alfa Romeo.
send it.
There he goes. He sends it down the inside, gets the move done on the pressure hards. Matt, those mediums might be struggling a little bit. Jared's 7.2 seconds behind Charlie. Charlie's 5.1 behind Matt. But Matt will have a bit of a toe now if he plays his cards right and drags him along a couple laps and save that fuel in the RS, unless he comes in this lap right now.
Wait and see. He does. Right on cue.
Matt does come in. Charlie's in as well. I think Jared will stay out as well.
Oh, Charlie!
Oh, Charlie gets a 5-second speeding in the pit lane penalty. As Jared moves up into P3 and Matt is out ahead. And Charlie's getting a wing change as well, so he'll be further down the order. As DT's move up into P4, Mitch is probably going, yes, go on DT, get those points for Mercedes.
Yep.
As he's the only person to not, him and Palms are the only two to not score points in the finish tonight. He'll shoot championship table. Same with Palms with a couple of points as well. But he's also catching Withers. Withers kind of on his own here tonight. He's in a McLaren sandwich, but Palms with the faster mediums is already on the back of him.
Won't be long.
He comes. There he goes. I think that's the move done. Oh, Withers down the inside. Oh,
that was close.
Palms, what a move. Oh. Palms goes in the P8. Rizek is in 7th. So good little haul points here from McLaren over Ferrari, which would put Ferrari back at the bottom of the championship table. I think there's a point separating the both teams. With Withers in P9, Palms in 8th, and Brazuca in 7th. It is not looking good at the moment. Matt has put out a gap to AOR Charlie, 10.4, 10.6 now. Over AOR Charlie. Hugo sets the fastest lap of the race so far. We're on lap 14 of 31. Still not halfway through this race. And Ryan has a 20.2 second gap over Alan Hugo. I think that's the gap you probably want around this track. Come the pit stops.
Yeah. That's about right.
Look, Brazuca catching up to AOR Charlie here a little bit. This could get interesting. If Brazuca wants to move up some more places.
These hard tyres do take a little bit of time to get used to. Maybe sometimes they probably feel like rubbish around here, but it's sort of toing and froing a little bit. 5 lap difference between these two. Brazuca be on the sort of the prime condition hard tyres, I would say.
Hard tyres. Yeah, I'd say so. I think now's probably about the time the hards, well, in this case for Brazuca, is coming to the owners. Penske gets a 3-second time penalty, so that'll help Penske a little bit on 10-lap old hards against 12-lap old mediums. Parish will have to come in and do his pit stop again and go on to another set of hard competitor tyres. Edge isn't too far behind. It's about 5 seconds behind Penske. Ryan, what a drift! I was on board with Edge, and thank God for that camera shot. That is thumbnail material right there. And I just saw the replays. There's a bit of delay on my end. What a drift from New Zealand, Ryan.
I missed it on my screen. I probably would have been the prime ideal thumbnail, but anyway.
Oh, you'll see it on the RRL YouTube channel when this video does go live. As Penske's hounding Panish at the moment. Brazuca's falling a little bit behind Charlie's, but 3.5 seconds behind. So, and Benny gets another 3-second time penalty. He's a minute behind Warden. So you would say I think it's now about battle for top 12 now. As Warden and Benny are both are a lap down.
Yep.
careful. Penske grades the wall there a little. But keeps his front wing. I think Penske might look for a move on this next DRS straight. If he's close enough, he's about half a second away. He's in that slipstream coming around this turn 4. Gets a good exit. Opens up DRS in overtake mode.
Straight line speed like.
He's gaining, but not much. His Spanish straight line speed isn't too bad as well. This is the closest battle on track.
Don't be surprised if we see a Penske dive bomb in here somewhere. I don't know where, but might be here coming up to the hairpin. Maybe no.
Nah, a bit too far back.
Not quite.
His edge is going to be a lap. Yes, he is. Alan Hugo, 16.5 seconds behind Ryan, so I think the undercut for Alan Hugo might work here unless something terribly happens to Alan Hugo.
Yeah. Just sort of twos and fro's between those two. Maybe one of the Alan Hugo might be better on one part of the circuit and Ryan might be better on another part of the circuit. It's just one of those things with maybe the different setups that those two have, but see what Penske can do here.
Yes, DRS. Willis gets a 3-second time penalty, but Penske down the inside gets the move done, but I think Panish will get DRS on this next straight if he can keep in sight with Penske.
Doubtful amount of ERS that Penske's got. He can burn up as much as he can. Oh, is that Panish hitting the wall then? I don't know.
Yeah,
just a bit of glance.
The wall a little bit. Yeah, he glanced it a little bit, but it's a bit too far back. And there is New Zealand Ryan already catching up to P11 and 10 as Warden gets a 3-second time penalty. It's not been a good race for the reserve driver after that incident between himself and Owens, which, yeah, I think that's just an accident, really. Panish still behind less than a second behind Penske, but as I say, it's outside of a second right now. 1.2 to be exact. And there's Panish being ghosted because Ryan is right there. Matt is slowly catching back up to D10, but 3 lap old hard that gets 4 lap old hards. Bit of a tyre wear difference. 15.6 seconds separates New Zealand Rock and Alan Hugo as well.
Yeah, Matt has pitted. DT has not pitted yet, so that's the difference.
We're on board with Is That Mac 039. Could be well within the shadow of a podium here tonight, but it all depends on when DT pits as well as Jared. I honestly do not think he can take these meters to the end. He'll probably be on a set of non-mediums at the end as well. He wants Matt really pushing DT through that corner. Oh,
got him.
Okay. I think, yeah. Okay. Did Matt cut the corner? No, I was on board with that, but I think DT went wide. So yeah, I just saw the replay.
Yeah, no.
So Matt into P4. Yeah, DT just went wide and just saw the delays. Warden gets another 3-second time penalty.
Oh, this could be interesting.
Good race.
Interesting for 9th and 10th, and he also got the race leader catching up to this battle as well. I know they're ghosted, but you do not want to get penalties for the blue flags.
And
God.
Withers has betting it's a 3-second time penalty, and Penske lets Ryan through as well. So Matt has 15 seconds to catch up to DRC Jared. Where is Jared on track? He's all on his own. It's just a Monday drive for Jared at the moment.
Yeah,
23 seconds behind Hugo and 14.7 seconds behind Matt. I mean, if he pits now, he'd be behind. Is that Matt as Panish is into the lane for his one and only pit stop? Second pit stop.
Second.
Sorry.
Yeah, you got a penalty as well for
so
spinning in the pit lane as well.
Okay, he must have served it because the workers just went to work on his car.
No, I think that was just literally as he came into the pits.
Battle on here between the McLaren boys here with P7 and 8 as Jared is now into the lane. What does DT do? Does he come in? Ryan has stayed out for another lap, but to be fair, he's like halfway around the track.
Yeah, DT's in.
Everyone else. And DT is now in for his one and only stop onto those medium tyres. So Matt needs to pull out a big gap here. He's 39.3 seconds behind Alan Hugo. Ryan will come out in P2, so there's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
And Charlie is right behind Jared.
Oh, Withers.
Oh, Withers is out. Oh,
He's crashed at turn 14, that tyre barrier.
That is a shame. Oh, there it is. Oh, no. The Ferrari driver was in the points as well, sort of in the points as well. Edge is P10 here, ladies and gentlemen, so stranger things have happened.
Yep.
Opts for the win in 87 here.
Oh, the race leader's in.
His teammate. Yeah, that's to be expected as Hugo goes flying past, takes back the race lead here tonight. Ryan comes out in P2.
Oh, no, sorry. Wrong Red Bull. I thought for a second that was Matt, but wrong Red Bull.
Yeah. Though the closest battle is actually the battle for P6 and 7. As Ryan has now come out into P2 and very, very far ahead of Is That Mando 39, especially now Ryan is on the mediums. With about 12 laps to go here, who is your money on? Ryan catch up to Hugo, or can Hugo keep Ryan behind? I don't know. I think Ryan might have had a penalty. I don't think Hugo has one.
Actually, while we'll double check that. So Hugo is squeaky clean at the moment. Ryan has one warning at this stage, so that's the top two. Edge right here gets a time penalty.
As a bit of team orders have come through McLaren, Poms has made the move for P6, Brazuca P7. Poms on those, I guess, better tyres at the moment.
Be a tough ask to take those mediums to the end.
Well, he's got a gap. If he pits now, he'll probably come out in P8. He's got a bit of a gap between himself and Penske at the moment. Penske is 24.5 seconds behind DT. Yeah. So, if he wants to pit for those soft tyres and get that extra point, if he wants to, he'll be still into the points. But I think he'll be happy with P6 at the moment. I think Brazuca, this is the closest battle, but I think Brazuca is just hanging back for Poms at the moment. But Jared is on a mission to catch back up to Is That Man 039. The Red Bull could he be on his way to his first podium of the season, or will Jared come and spoil the party? I think Matt does have a penalty as well. I don't think Jared has one. I'm not exactly sure.
Hold on. Double check. Yes, Matt has a penalty, and Jared is on 2 warnings, so you'd want to be careful a little bit. 38-1, he's just at the fast lap of the race as well. He's flying at the moment. Under 10 seconds now, the gap between the top two. So Ryan's not giving up hope yet.
And no, I don't expect him to. But we'll just hop forward with DRC Jared at the moment. Benny is coming to the lane, probably gone to the centre softs, and still that fastest lap back with 11 laps to go.
No, he's gone wet.
So, oh, well, okay.
Enough said.
Ryan gets the fastest lap with a 37. But Jared has caught up a massive amount of time to Is That Man. He might be pushing for another fastest lap here. As Benny has officially been lapped by the entire field at the moment. Not a good day for the Renault driver.
Here comes Jared.
But here comes Jared down the inside. I think Max has led
easy.
through.
It's just easy.
So Matt will hopefully try and stay behind Jared and push on. But the tyre wear difference could be a major factor come the end of the race.
Pom's in the lane.
There's a battle on here. Yep, I figure the Poms might come in. But there's a battle on here. P10, Warden and Edge. Sorry, Jared. Warden gets the move done on Edge. Warden is now into P10 here, ladies and gentlemen. Could he keep that one championship point? Poms is on mediums. Huh.
It's interesting.
Like
That'd be Benny.
It's Benny. I can see the yellow dot. Warden has put out a 1.5 second gap to
Edge is in the lane pits.
Edge is in the lane already.
So that's sad about that one.
I think Edge might be coming onto the set of softs. Yes, he is. As Panish is now overtaking him for P11. 5.8 seconds here, ladies and gentlemen, between Alan Hugo and New Zealand Ryan. Edge will come out in P12.
Slowly closing that gap. Maybe Poms, we were talking about earlier, maybe Poms doesn't feel comfortable about taking the softs to the end, because it is tricky around this joint, because they can, you have a lot of grip, but you can easily burn them up quickly, which I don't think Poms will want to do, as Benny's just doing, I don't know what the hell he's doing on the front straight.
Yeah, I have no idea either. But Edge, on the center softs, can he take, 9 laps to the end?
It's a tough ask. Like I said before, you'll have speed to burn, that's for sure, but you've got to afford not to burn them up.
Panish gets a 3-second time penalty in P11, but 17 seconds behind Warden, and Warden is about 7.3 seconds behind Penske, who's just been lapped again by New Zealand Ryan. Yellow flag sector 2, that's Benny again.
Yep. He's had a fun race, that's for sure. The Renaults have had a bit of fun in this race, obviously, but DT actually starting to close in here on Brazuca for 6th place.
Well, Brazuca 15 laps on those hards. He must be surely getting tyre wear effect right now.
Yeah, you would think at this stage.
What that one? So the leader. So Benny's been lapped 3 times. followed by Edge, Panish, Warden D, and Penske. Been lapped once. Poms is the next one. But DT is right behind Brazuca. I think Brazuca might be suffering tyre wear effects at the moment. I think Hugo might be as well. As 3 seconds is now the gap between himself and New Zealand Ryan. It's under 3 seconds right now, so if Hugo were to get a penalty, Ryan will win the race. If it will end like this, Edge is slowly catching up to Panish 75 for P11. Warden is about 5 seconds behind Penske. So there's some battles happening here late on, ladies and gentlemen. We'll go on board with DT. We'll go back on board with New Zealand Ryan once it gets a little bit closer. But here comes DT. Will he send it down the inside? No, he won't be too far back. I bet he's still doing donuts, I think.
Yeah, I think he's crashed at the final corner. See if DT's going to send it here. No, he does not. Plays it cautiously.
We've got about 7 laps here, ladies and gentlemen. Who is your money on for this race? Will Hugo keep Ryan behind, or will Ryan overtake him? Joe gets a 3-second time penalty. So if Matt, Matt's about 11.8 seconds behind. Slowly, these parts are slowly losing the edge. On board with DT.
Closing in here. We'll have the DRS at this straight.
Brazuca sort of defending that inside line, but comes back into the racing line into turn 1. I think DT might get him on this next straight. DT has 81% DRS, while Brazuca has 25%. So DT has a lot of ERS, and there we go down the inside. Gets P64 Mercedes. And what a move there for DT. This could be his first points of the season. 13.1 seconds behind AOR Charlie. Could he catch back up and maybe get a 5th place here tonight? Time will only tell.
Look at that.
Ryan,
it's under a second.
It's a second between Alan Hugo and New Zealand Ryan. Brazuca's still behind DT, but here's the battle for the race lead. On lap 26 of 31. 6 laps to go. Who's your money on? Is it New Zealand Ryan or Alan Hugo? The championship leader or the man in 2nd place? It's 1-2 the championship. It's 1-2 the race here, ladies and gentlemen. Yellow flag second 2. I think it is. That yellow dot is causing all kinds of havoc, as Warden is right behind Penske as well for P9 and 10. But we'll stay on board
with
for
the Toro Rossos.
fight. Yes. As Brazuca gets a 3-second time penalty, which won't help his cause.
Especially when Poms is slowly but surely catching.
We got Ryan and Hugo about the same amount of ERS.
See what Warden does here
Hugo
on
might just have
Penske.
Hugo just has a little bit more ERS than New Zealand Ryan at the moment. 0.3 of a second is the gap between Hugo and Ryan. 4 10-lap-old hards against 6-lap-old mediums. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The first DRS straight on the pit straight. Now, will Ryan send it down the inside? I think he will. No, he won't.
No, I don't think he will.
No, next DRS straight.
Yep.
I think that's what he's waiting for.
So Penske's in the lane.
Penske in the lane, so he's giving
Benny
up
goes for a drift.
P9 to Warden.
Here we go. This is on.
Ryan.
This could be for the championship.
Yes, that is true. If Ryan wins this, I think it's championship over.
Oh!
Alan Hugo.
He's got it.
And Ryan got the move done. Now these two need to keep it clean and not get any penalties. Panish is in the P10. Warden gets another 3-second time penalty. A lot of penalties happening left, right and centre. The battle of the P10 between Panish, Edge and Penske. Penske probably with the edge with the freshest softs at the moment, but we're on board with Alan Hugo against New Zealand. Ryan, edge makes the move for Panish.
Oh, it's
No, Panish makes it
contact.
back.
Even though there's ghosting, there is contact between those two. Oh, Penske. May have just barged his way through there, but that's okay.
Yes, Roscoe is keeping an eye on that battle for P10, but we'll stay on board with Alan Hugo against New Zealand. Ryan, I think maybe Alan Hugo is outside DRS range.
Yes, he is.
It's Benny. Yes, Benny. Hugo has lost DRS, so I think New Zealand Ryan will win this race unless he gets a time penalty, which I don't think he will. I think he's on one warning. And Hugo, a valiant effort for the man in P2, but it's still there. It's still not over. I've still got 4 racing laps here to go. Anything could happen.
Look at this fight for the final point.
I was going to say, unless something really happens to New Zealand Ryan, I think Ryan might have this in the bag.
Oh, here we go. Here's a Penske dive bomb coming. Oh, he's got it. He might have got it.
Panish
He has got it.
into the pit lane. I think Panish might have some wing damage. Bandit gets a 5-second penalty. I mean, he's 3 laps down already, so yeah.
I'm surprised he hasn't been disqualified.
Penske.
Well, Penske running very wide. Oh, no, Penske!
He's lost P10. Oh no, Penske!
No, Penske. What have you done?
Oh
If he's clipped the tyre barrier coming out of, what's that, exit of turn 8. Oh dear.
no. This might give hope to Panish. Oh, actually, no, sorry, that's only P11 that he might get, unless penalties. 2.3 seconds is the gap between Ryan and Hugo. I think tyre wear might be kicking in for Alan Hugo. Warden into the pit lane, probably going to a set of soft tyres. He's got the gap to edge.
So.
He's coming through the tunnel right now. Yes, Warden is now coming out. But don't forget, the back end of the points might be decided on penalties. Rizuka has now lapped Panish. And Edge is right behind Warden 99. So, a lot of movers might happen come the end of the race. But Penske, that big incident,
He's in the
is
lane.
back into the lane. Yes, he is, and Panish will get him for that P11 spot.
Hugo.
Gets a 3-second time penalty, and that is all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. I think that is it. I think Ryan has this race and this championship in the bag. I don't know about constructors. I think they might go on for... No, I think constructors might be done this race as well.
We will definitely confirm it at the next race if it's not quite confirmed for the constructors. But I think drivers' championship should be wrapped up now.
Well, constructors at this stage, it is 88 points between Toro Rosso and Alfa Romeo. These 7 points would just all but confirm Toro Rosso as constructors champions. The team of Penske and New Zealand Ryan. There they are on screen.
They're right near each other as well.
Coming to this race, there was a 52-point gap between Ryan and Alan Hugo. So, with 78 points up for grabs, including fastest lap points, it's not looking too flash for Mr. Alan Hugo. It's 3.1 seconds with a 3-second time penalty. Jared's into the lane.
He's on
a set of soft tyres. Yeah, going for the fastest lap. Matt is not going to the lane as well as he wants that P4. Penske gets a 3-second time penalty.
Gotta give credit as well to AOR Charlie in his first time in this race. Might be, like you said, only a one-off, but been consistent all race.
Yeah, it hasn't really put a foot wrong, has Charlie?
No.
I mean, he had some damage early on, but he stuck it out, and now it's going to get a very, very respectable P5. Might be more if he can pick up the pace a little bit as we're on the final lap here, ladies and gentlemen.
Mr. Two-Tire Rosses are ghosting through each other. That's on screen.
I think Ryan might be giving Penske a bit of a DRS and slipstream for that fastest lap.
Oh yes,
even though he won't get a point for it. As there it is, ladies and gentlemen, New Zealand Ryan, what a helicopter shot that is, will win this race. Ryan still trying to lap this McLaren. I think it's Brazuca. No, it's Poms.
So yeah, it's the Poms.
As Ryan is coming through the final sector. What a grueling 31 laps here, ladies and gentlemen. We have 3 DNFs. Poms gets a 5-second penalty. Yellow flag sector 1, I think it's Benny again.
Don't think it'll matter too much for Poms. He's got a nice 40-odd second gap, oh, not quite 40 seconds gap back to Warden, so he should be fine. Here he comes around the final couple of corners.
Here comes your RRL, Redline Racing League, Monday Night League champion, New Zealand Ryan, comes around the final corner to win the Singapore Grand Prix. Alan Hugo comes in a respectable P2. What a drive from both 1 and 2 the championships. New Zealand Ryan just a bit too much pace in the end. Looks like Jab will finish in P3. He's a minute behind Hugo and 10 odd seconds behind Jared.
Yeah.
But Warden also in P9. The reserve driver comes around the final corner.
He gets the fastest lap.
Warden gets the fastest lap, but we don't know about penalties, so penalty situation could be a factor. We'll go back on board with DRC Jared as he's a higher position than Edge. Sorry, Edge.
Yeah.
But yes.
Jared
Edge
might take it away
somehow,
here.
I think he will. Edge is in P10. No, Jared misses out on the fastest lap. But he'll take a podium, I'm sure.
Yep.
Is that Matt a respectable P4, ladies and gentlemen, in that Red Bull? Just missed out on the podium. Charlie will come around the final corner in P5. Oh, Charlie had a 5-second time penalty as well. DT gets his first points of the season in that Mercedes in P6.
Yay, well done.
Brazuca into P7. Poms for the win. Corner cars into P8. That's his first points. First points of the season for Poms as well. So every single driver has points. I do believe that's full time.
Yep.
And Benny's doing some. Benny doing some donuts. But New Zealand Ryan is your RRL Monday Night League champion with 2 races to spare. Well, what a race. What a race. What a race. It's been a fun season. It's been a fun season so far. We've still got 2 more races to go. But all the other minor placings will it's still up for grabs.
Yeah.
Really. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Your podium for tonight. And with that result too, I do believe Toro Rosso is also your Constructors Champions. What a team of New Zealand Ryan and Penske. Ryan came in at Baku, has never looked unstoppable. Ryan, the only one to not get a penalty is your race winner, followed by Alan Hugo in P2, Jared with the 3-stop in P3, coming from P11 as well. So nice drive from the Ferrari reserve driver. Matt in 4th. Nice solid drive from the Red Bull driver. Charlie is in 5th. DT gets his first points of the season in 6th. Brazuca in 7th. Poms in 8th. Warden in 9th. And Edge gets P10. Followed by Panish, Penske, and Benny was 16 laps down. Withers, Dill, and Owens, your DNFers. Wow, what a race. The race came alive at the end there. The battle for the lead between New Zealand Ryan and Alan Hugo. Ross, who is your driver of the race here tonight?
I mean, I'm tempted to split it between both AOR Charlie and DT. You know, Charlie was pretty consistent the whole race. Obviously, probably only a one-off. Maybe we might see him again for the maybe final 2 races. You never know, but yeah, he was consistent. DT from like where he came from, and obviously he's scoring his first points of the season. I'm splitting it between those two. What about you, Frizy?
Well, a shout out to Poms for the Win 87 here as well. Starting at the back, getting his first points of the season, finishing in P9, so he's within a shout as well.
Yes.
But driver of the day, I'm probably going to get crucified, but I am going to give it to our champion. I'm going to give it to our champion, New Zealand Ryan. Drove a really pro drive, really. Like there was no faults with it at all. He started P5, started on the hards, but yeah. What more can you say? He made that move on Alan Hugo for the race lead as well, and the championship. That move was actually for that championship as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm going to give it to New Zealand Ryan. So, congratulations to New Zealand Ryan here tonight at Singapore. So, as I said before, we've got 2 races left. Both championships are done, but minor places are still up for grabs. So, please tune in to next week as we are... where are we? We're at USA. We're at USA next week, so it's going to be interesting to see what New Zealand Ryan will do. Would he just start at the back of the grid or what? We'll leave the championship standings at the end of the video once they get updated by Matt. And until next week, it is goodbye, and we will see you then at USA. See ya.
Bye.